Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where today we're going to be looking at another of these pencil mark Sudokus. I did one of these on the channel a while ago. I can't actually remember who set it now, but this is by Bill Murphy, the one on screen, and I'll test to say it's an absolute joy. Apparently it's not too difficult today, so hopefully you'll be able to see from the video length. Maybe it's not another hour-long monstrosity that I've had to deal with. We shall see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. The only bit of news today really is just a reminder that if you're a patron of the channel over on Patreon, hopefully you've already had a go at the Mexican Standoff monthly reward for December. And of course we have the pyramid puzzle hunt coming very soon. These are some of the puzzles. You can already see how crazy these look. That one is in fact shaped like a pyramid. This one is shaped by something, or shaped like something else. Yeah, I mean this is quite frankly a joy. If any of you are in any way likely to be addicted to puzzles, it could ruin your Christmas. I will say that. We're hoping to release it on Saturday. I think that's the 18th of December. So yeah, look out for it then. That's all I've got to tell you. So let's get on with the puzzle. It's called Pencil Mark Sudoku. I've already said that. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in the cells are all the potential candidates for that cell. So that is telling us that this cell here can only be a 2, 3, 4, 5 or 9. This one can only be a 1, 2, 4 or 8, etc. Do have a go. The way to play, as usual on Cracking the Cryptic, is to click the link under the video, and that will take you to a page that looks identical to this one, oh, losing my voice, where you can play the puzzle on whichever device takes your fancy. And now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, with these puzzles, typically you're best looking at the cells that have the fewest options, which look like they're the corner cells in this puzzle. Now, I can see they're the digits 1, 2, 3 and 4, but obviously these don't all see each other, so these are not a it's not the same as if we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple in those 4 cells. I'm just trying to work out in my head whether there is something going on here. If that's a 1, 4, 3, 2. If that's a 2, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there are 2 ways in which the digits in the corners basically become a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. Yeah, okay. I see something that's going on. If you look at these 2 cells, so I think the cells we've got to focus on are these. Now, if you look at the top pair, now let's imagine there was no 2 in either of these cells. Now, if there was no 2, this would be a 1, let's show you, and this would be a 3. But now this would be a 4, and this would be a 4, and that won't work. In other words, one of these 2 cells must be a 2. Now, I bet that works the same way for all of the digits. So one of these 2 squares must be a 1, because otherwise they would be a 2, 4 pair, and this would be a double 3. One of these 2 squares must be a 4, because otherwise this would be a 1, 3 pair, and both of these squares would be 2. And one of these squares, therefore, is going to have to be a 3, or these would be a 2, 4 pair, and both of those squares would have to be a 1. So we've got some very odd pencil marking we're able to do then. There must be a 1 in one of these 2, there must be a 3 in one of these 2, there must be a 4 in one of these 2. And I can see that that is going to restrict some digits, look, because we know one of these 2 is a 2, we can get rid of 2's from here, we can get rid of 3's from here, 4's from here, and 1's from here. Oh, right, this is right, okay, now we've got the same thing again, I think. Because now, haven't I got 5, 6, 7 and 8 going round in some sort of loop around those cells? Let's highlight those cells in a different colour. So I think, is it exactly the same? If that's a 5, that goes 6, 7, 8. If it's an 8, it goes 7, 6, 5. Yes, so it must work the same way. You cannot avoid there being a 5 in one of those 2 cells. You cannot avoid there being a 7 in one of those 2, an 8 in one of these 2, and a 6 in one of these 2. Now, what's that doing then? If there's a well, the 5 isn't doing very much. The fact there's a 5 in one of these two cells means that cell can't be a 5. The fact there's a 7 in one of these two means that can't be a 7. The fact there's an 8 in one of those two is doing some work on row 4's, these two cells, look. And the fact there's a 6 in one of those two cells, yeah, again, it does similar work into those two squares. Okay. And now, yeah, there's very much a theme going on here, isn't there? This is rather beautiful. So now I'm going to look at these squares, where it looks like we're doing exactly the same thing with 1s, 4s, 6s and 9s. So if that's a 1, that becomes 9, 4, 6. And if it's a 6, it becomes 4, 9, 1. So again, there must be a 1 in one of these two. There must be a 4 in one of these, a 6 in one of these, and a 9 in one of these. So let's pencil mark those and let's see if we can spot what it means. Okay, so 4 can't be there anymore. Oh, actually, look, no, but better than that. The fact there's a 4 in one of the blue cells is definitely impinging upon those two cells, as well as this one. Now 6 must be in one of... Oh, that's weird. So 6 must be in one of these two, but that's not leading to any eliminations, I don't think. 1 must be in one of those, so that takes 1 out of all of those 3, and 9 must be in one of these. And again, I think like with the 6 here, the 9 elimination doesn't seem to do very much. Oh, look what's beautiful now, though. Now I've got the same thing again on 2, 3, 4 and 5. Oh, good grief. Okay, well, we're going to use a full palette at this rate. So is it exactly the same? 2 here would cause 5, 4, 3. 3 here causes 4, 5, 2. Yes. So again, we must have a 2 in one of these. We must have a 4 in one of those. We must have a 3 in one of these. And we must have a 5 in one of those. So this can't be a 5. The 2 elimination isn't doing anything, I don't think. The 4 elimination from this row, or this column, sorry, again, not doing anything. And the 3 elimination is getting rid of a 3 from here. Okay, it's good, but it's not enough. Right, now I've not highlighted... Right, okay, but there's another one here that I hadn't spotted. These 4 are also looking like they're some sort of loopy thing, aren't they? So let's... What colours have we got left? We use yellow for this loopy thing. If this is 5, we go 8, 7, 6. If it's 6, we go 7, 8, 5. So again, there must be a 5 in one of these two. 6 in one of these two. It's a clicking competition, this. And 8 in one of those two. So 8 in one of these two removes 8 from both of those cells. 6 in one of these two removes 6 from here. 5 in one of these two removes 5 from those two cells. So these are getting restricted perhaps with maybe these two. Yes, there's a 7 in one of these two, so we can remove 7 from there and we can create another colour. Red. 2, 3, yes, it does work. 2, 3, 7 and 9. I was hoping it would, and it does. So if this is 2, we have to go 3, 9, 7. If this is 7, we go 9, 3, 2. So again, we've got a 2 in one of these, that's going to do damage. A 9 in one of those, a 7 in one of these, and a 3 in one of these. So the 2 is getting rid of... Oh, the 2 is doing huge amounts. The 2, because there is a 2 in one of these two red squares, you can't have a 2 in any of those cells. Now, do we get an equivalent... Yeah, we do. It's beautiful with 9s here. Exactly the same logic, although this square can't be a 9, but those 3 all have to have 9 removed from them. Now, 7 is not doing anything, and 3 is also not doing anything. Okay, but we've got another sort of quadruple loopy thing that's been revealed to us. How how many of these have we got? Actually, I'm just going to count them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6 of them so far, and I've just found a 7th. And this is why I was just checking I was going to have to move into grey, because I am. I've only got light grey and black apart from this. So presumably same again. If this is a 3, we go 6, 5, 4. If it's a 4, we go 5, 6, 3. So again, we've got to have a 3 in one of these, a 4 in one of these, a 5 in one of these, and a 6 in one of these. And that's getting rid of 6 from there, I can see that. 3 from here, 4 from here, and 5 from here. Oh, a different elimination. I've got a 2-9 pair in row 5 now, which gives me my first digit at last. This square here has to be an 8. Because this is a 2-9 pair, this square no longer had the option to be 9 anymore. So that's got to be 8, which removes 8 from those cells and gives me more digits. That's a 1, that's a 4, 1, 4, that means this has to be 6, and this has to be 5. Oh, now, there's all sorts of things going on now. The most important is probably this 5, but I'm just noticing this 2-9 pair also allows me to remove 2 and 9 from those cells. So I've got a 1-6 pair now in the central box. But look at this 5. This 5 is telling me that this yellow cell now has to be 6, and the moment we put this in, the entire yellow loop I think will get fixed. That 6 is doing work in the middle. 6 and 1 go in. By Sudoku, this has to be a 1 now because of these 2 1s. 8 by Sudoku has to go here. 7 is interrupting our red ring now, so that's got to be 2, which makes that 3, that 9, and that 7. Now these squares have got to be a 2-3 pair, which, well, the 2 here is very useful. 2 and 3 go into the grid. Those squares have got to be 4 and 9, and the 4 and 9 go in because of this 4 down here. And this column, what do we need? We need a 7, definitely. Oh, a 7 and a 3 into those 2 cells. I don't know if that's interrupted by anything. What about these 2 squares? 4 and 9. Again, I don't know whether I don't think any of these loops are interrupting the ability of these to be a 4-9 pair. I can see that gives us a 4-9 pair there, though, which is going to interrupt this cell. So we'll have a look at that in just a moment. That's a 5, not a 5 and a 6. A 2 and a 5. Okay, so let us have a look at this 4-9 pair. So this square cannot be a 9 anymore. It's got to be a 1. And that means this one's a 6, this is a 4, this is a 9, which means this is a 4, and this is a 9. Now, does that do anything else? The answer is probably yes, but I can't see it. What a joyful puzzle, though. It's not too difficult today, is it? But it doesn't mean it's not just an absolute ball to solve. This 3 is giving us the grey one, look, so that's got to be 4. That makes 5, 6 and 3 round there. Now what damage is that doing to the world? Anything easy that we can see as a result of that? I really want to do the rest of my loops. How can we do the rest of the loops? We can, or perhaps what we've got to do is to finish pencil marking row 5 off. 3, 5, 7, no, not 3, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Yeah, that, okay, we can do something with that. There's a 4 here and a 5 in one of the greens. So that is a 3-7 pair. Again, I don't think that that's being interrupted by either the purple or the orange loop, though. So we just get a 4-5 pair over here. But this is lovely. This is really cute because now this 4-5 pair is being interrupted by the orange loop. Because there's got to be a 4 in one of these squares. So that's got to be 5. That's got to be 4. Yeah, this is lovely. 5, 5. There's got to be a 5 in this domino in box 9. But look, in the orange loop again, we've got a 5 in one of those two squares. And that pushes the 5 out of this square into this square, which in turn tells us what this square is. Well, I suppose that 5 could have done it as well. But we did it in a different way. 2, and that's a 5 now. This 2, now we've got the purple ring. That's the 1, that's a 4, that's a 3, that's a 2. So we've just got the green ring unsolved at this point, and this 6 does it. I just didn't spot it. Look, that 6 is seeing that 7. So 7, 8, 5, 6. 9 is giving me the 2 and the 9 across the middle box or middle row. This 7 is doing the 7 and the 3 in the middle. This 5 is doing the 5 and the 2 in the middle. And we must need a 1 and a 3 into those squares. So the 1 goes here, the 3 goes here. This square by Sudoku is an 8. That square by Sudoku is a 2. So 2 goes here in box 9 by our old friend Sudoku here. Can we do this 3-7 pair? Maybe not. But we must be nearly finished. 8 can be placed in box 9. What do we need down here? We need 1, 7 and 9. So that square's got to be a 9. It's a naked single because it sees 1 and 7, either via the medium of column 9 or row 8. So this is a 1-7 pair, which doesn't seem to be resolved, but that's probably going to do some damage to these squares, which now have to be 6, 9, and there's a 9 here. So 9, 6... don't know. What about those two then? 1 and 8. Yes, they are doable. 1, 8, 7. So these two now is probably where we should look now. 5 and 6. Yeah, there's a 5 here. So 5 and 6 go into the grid. Let's just see if we can, yeah, we can get 6 in this row. You can see we've got all the low digits now along row 3. So we need 7s, 8s and 9s. Don't know if that's actually resolved. Let's put that in and see if we can tidy up. We can tidy up some things, but not enough. The 1-7 at the bottom is now finished though. Still not quite resolved, but we now know this cell's a 1. We need 7 and 9. So that's a 7, that's a 9 along row 2, and then this 9 is going to tidy everything up. That's got to be 8, that's got to be 9. We need a 4 and an 8 up here. 8, 4, and that squares a 3. And we've done the puzzle. Yes. That was an absolute blast, Bill. Thank you very much for sending that in. That is, I mean, it's so clever, isn't it? How, well, we can count how many just by the colours. I had to go all the way up to grey. So there were 7 loopy things in the grid that we needed to use, no less. And yeah, but it was just a lot of fun to find them. And the way they kept on emerging as pairs, I really enjoyed. Hope you did too. One of the shortest videos I've ever done on cracking the cryptic, so lucky me. I suppose I should get on with making my YouTube shorts that people want me to make. I think there's a whole series of secrets videos that have been suggested. That's quite a good idea, actually. You know, can I explain an X-Wing in a minute? I don't know, probably. We shall see. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.